Well, welcome to this episode of ISV Talks. I'm Carol Livingston, the owner of Dynamics Connections and your host of ISV Talks podcast. And on this episode, I'm welcoming Colton Brunn and Naveen Reddy from Dynamics eShop. Welcome, guys.
Hello.
Thank you, Carol.
Well, thanks, guys, for joining today. And I'm super excited to have you on our podcast. Could you introduce yourself, share a little bit about how long you've been in the channel, and we'll start there. So, Naveen, do you want to start? And then Colton?
Yeah, again, I'm Naveen Reddy with Dynamics eShop, and I've been in the channel. It's now 22 years, close to 23 actually. I started in 2002 in the Microsoft, right when Microsoft bought the Dynamics, or at that time it's Navision and the Exapta. So I joined in the channel at the same time as Microsoft joined in the channel. So again, I'm the CEO and founder at Dynamics eShop. So I'm here to introduce our company and talk about our company today. And again, thanks, Carol, for hosting us today.
Okay, Colton.
And I'm Colton. I'm one of the partner account executives here at Dynamics eShop. So I've been in the channel for a couple of years now. I'm here at eShop. I'm always helping out with the going over the basic products, doing demos for the company, and then giving them more information about our products. I'm, of course, here with Naveen today to kind of give some more about eShop. And I just want to thank you again, Carol, for having us today.
Sure, thank you. So, Naveen, maybe let's start with you. Tell us a little bit about the background. You said you've been around 22 years, as long as Microsoft's been in the channel. So, tell us about the company and how it got started.
Our company, we started and founded in 2009. It's more of an implementation of the NAV Navision, but in 2011, and we used to compete a lot in the Bay Area, California, and with the Navision at that time, one of the things it was missing was a integrated e-commerce solution. So I was doing a lot of sales, and we were losing opportunities because of lack of a fully embedded e-commerce. We used to compete with NetSuite back then. They had their own e-commerce embedded into their solution. So that kind of triggered the starting of the ISV Dynamics eShop company, specifically focusing on building these integrated e-commerce solutions for the Dynamics 365 ERP. And that kind of taken us to different product portfolio, but that was the beginning. It was more in 2011, the actual product eShop journey started, and we had our first launch in 2012, and one of our first customers was Volvo Mack Trucks. So that put us on the map of this ISV space, and we never stopped. From then, we keep adding customers, keep adding products.
Keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah. How many customers do you have at this time?
So we have close to 500 customers, and specifically in the Dynamics ERP space, but we also have some independent e-commerce customers, as well as we have custom integrations with other ERPs like Oracle and Infor. But just from a company perspective, we are very much geared towards the Dynamics channel at this point, at least, and that's where all our R&D goes into.
Okay, great. Hey, Colton, so since you're good at describing the basic companion products that you provide for Microsoft, can you share a little bit about what are your products, describe what they do, and how they add value?
Yeah, totally. I can start off with going over our 4 key product lines. I say now eShop, we have over 15 individual products within these product lines that, like Naveen said, we're constantly adding into and growing. So starting off, we'll go over with eShop, which is going to be our e-commerce focused product line, which is going to have the B2B and B2C web store applications. So that's going to allow the real-time integration directly within Business Central to do things such as directly display customer information, pricing, inventory directly from the ERP to the web store. And that's going to allow the custom display of not only just design products, but also things like variants, specifications directly from the ERP, and allowing those customer specific views, whether we're doing like the B2B or the B2C formatting, and then different ordering methods from just standard ordering, quick ordering methods for the B2B, as well as having a directly integrated customer portal section where customers can log in and see their existing information. And then with the eShop e-commerce, we also are now extending into the POS in-store payments, So we can now start taking those POS in-store payments with our Clover integrations and then directly relay that information back to the ERP. And that's going to be just for eShop. That's one of our 4. Next, we have ePortal, which is going to be our self-service portal solutions directly integrated with the ERP. So as we kind of see this expectation to have different users, not just customers, but also vendors and salespeople as well, we have different portals that are self-service and individualized for different fields. With our customer portal, it's going to allow customers to log in and see that historical information. So full order history, transaction history, shipping methods, document management, and more, all directly linking to the ERP. And then we also have the ability to see information and take that info from the portal and in real time show that back to the ERP, whether it's taking payment methods or allowing the customer to go and see their open posted invoices where they can pay those off and then those can be completed in the ERP. And then we also have the vendor portal for vendors to log in. They can see their vendor information as well as vendor onboarding is allowed. So vendors can go ahead and submit their vendor information directly from the portal and create vendors back in the ERP, as well as the submission of negotiations, shipping information, invoicing information, and more. We have a sales portal for salespeople to log in, and they can see their customer information directly from the ERP and place orders on the customer's behalf, as well as just see that customer info. And then we have the service portal to work with the service module from the ERP to see service orders, service items, warranties, and more. Yeah, we're already 2 out of 4. We have a lot there. So next we have ePay, which is going to be our payment solution built directly within Business Central. And that's going to allow payments to be directly authorized, captured, as well as updated, and the customer ledger entries updated within the ERP itself. So that's automating those processes and fast tracking those payments. But not just within the ERP, we have that in multiple locations with our different aspects of ePay. So we have eShop Pay for taking the payments directly within the e-commerce site. So whether it's credit card or ACH, we're allowing to take that card information and pull that authorization from the web store directly back to the ERP. And we also have the email payment links. So this can be manually sent or automated and sent out. So customers can take payments from different locations now. So whether those are being sent out automatically depending on the due date, or if we're mainly sending those on orders, invoices, credit memos, or more. And then we also have the payment portal. So they can go ahead and just log in directly into their payment portal and see those invoices and pay those off from there as well. And then just like what I mentioned before with the eShop e-commerce, we do have those POS in-store payments to directly be sent out from the ERP. So we can go ahead and ping that terminal device and they can take their payment on the terminal, and then that's going to reflect back in Business Central. And then lastly, we have eMarketplace, which is going to be our connector solutions. So that's going to be using our eShop Connect or eConnect, which is going to be our robust integration tool directly built for popular web stores such as Shopify, BigCommerce, Magento, Amazon, eBay, and even WooCommerce, which is coming very soon. And so we're directly syncing our orders, customer inventory, and information back and forth between the web stores and then the ERP. And that's going to be kind of just a overview of all of our different products and our different solution lines.
Yeah. Great. Yeah. So what are kind of your unique, say, over other kind of e-commerce or payment solutions, Naveen?
So, I think the first uniqueness, not just the product perspective, I just wanted to say, as a company or an ISV perspective, we are unique in a sense that we provide this all-in-one solutions for multiple solutions or multiple requirements, right? So we are one-stop for different solutions. So that makes us unique. Like just to take an example, if somebody wanted, let's say, e-commerce, somebody wanted a vendor portal, and if they want integration to Amazon, or they want credit card solution. So traditionally, they go to 4 vendors. So because these are offered by 4 different ISVs. With us, it's only us one, right? So we can provide all those 4. So that made us unique, and a lot of customers and partners like that. Hey, instead of working with multiple ISVs, we just need to work with one ISV. And if there is an issue, we are the only one to contact, and we have the access to all these solutions. We can fix it right away instead of depending on some other ISV to fix it while our website is down. So that's the biggest uniqueness, I would say, we have as a company, as an ISV, and as a product. And just from a product perspective, like from an e-commerce perspective, some of the uniqueness is that real-time integration, right? So that was one of big focus from the get-go when we started this product back in 2011 is we want one source of truth, and that should be the Business Central. So we don't want to sync a lot of data and like trying to build that same logic in the website. Rather, we just utilize the Business Central as our primary data engine as well as the business logic engine. So that makes us unique, especially in the B2B space, because you have a lot of complexities, right? So that made us unique. And in the e-commerce space, then portal perspective, we have one single platform to both the customers as well as the vendors and as well as the service all in one. So you have one login for your people and they can do all that stuff in one place.
Gotcha.
Right. So again, like ePay is also built to work in different avenues. Again, the single source of truth is BC, all the transactions happening in the BC. So we are not trying to sync these invoices to different platform, then they paid, and then that comes back. So that's not how it works. So I think that's our unique features that we offer. Again, marketplace having all in one unified solution to connect with Amazon, eBay, BigCommerce, WooCommerce, and then Shopify makes us not like same as other vendors, right?
Yeah. And it's nice because it sounds like all the products work together. And so you have that seamless kind of integration across all of those different platforms, right?
Right.
So, yeah. What other, so you mentioned you work with Dynamics and CRM products primarily. Do you work in any other outside of Dynamics ERP, Colton?
Yeah, so of course we have the Dynamics ERP to integrate with. We have Navision, Business Central, F&O, and Sales, and then we do work with CRM, but we also do custom integrations. We've done multiple custom integrations with various ERPs in the past. Do you have any specific names, Naveen, of ERPs that you know we've worked with before?
Yeah, I mean, the Infor and the Oracle apps is the recent ones that we integrate with the ERP. But as I said, our primary focus is in the Dynamics, F&O, BC, sales, and we work very closely with the Microsoft channel partners and stuff. So that's the focus in.
That's our strongest area, yeah.
Yep. But we can build custom integrations if somebody is like, hey, I want to move from this ERP to, because we had instances where they were using NAV, but they wanted to move to a different ERP, but they still wanted to use our e-commerce. So our e-commerce can work independently without any ERP, or we can integrate with other ERPs, APIs.
Nice. So how about industries? Any particular industries that you work with? Naveen, do you want to start that one? And Colton, you can chime in too.
Yeah.
Yeah, people always ask that question. Then I always say like industry agnostic. I'm only Dynamics focused, right? So any customer who is using Dynamics, they're pretty much that's where we focus in. And in general, Dynamics is built for more manufacturing, distribution, retail. So that's why we are naturally tend to focus in that areas. But because our product is a horizontal product, it will work for any industry. So basically, any company who is using Dynamics and who need to give their customers or vendors access to data, that's where we come into play. And obviously, everybody needs a customer access. They will have a customer. They need to collect payments from that customers, right? So pretty much we say like we are required by every PC or Dynamics user.
Sure.
Yeah. And I just wanted to add on to that. And yeah, a big thing that I'm seeing as well is that not only are they needing that flexibility, but also that ability to really customize to their liking as well. And that's something that our product definitely boasts with having that advanced customization with their products, specifically for like hospitality and retail, where they are needing to have those advanced variants for their items or those advanced product displays, especially with our e-commerce solution, we're really suited to that.
Yeah, and it also seems like there's kind of also a theme of, even manufacturers are starting to sell direct to consumer. We're seeing a lot more self-service, like you mentioned. Hey, if you've got a portal, you might as well add a payment solution inside of that. And so
Right, Carol, you brought up that good point of self-service, right? So the
Yeah.
industry, every industry is moving towards like, hey, they wanted to do things on their own instead of calling, instead of doing a fax order, email order, or call to check, hey, where is my order? Or hey, call and give me my credit card. So those days are gone, I would say, right? So especially the new generation coming in who are so used to their mobiles,
Mhm.
so used to the screens, they just wanted to do sit in their
Yeah.
own space and just run their business and get their information or place their orders right from their
Right.
mobiles and stuff, right?
Yeah.
That's why the self-service aspect is becoming so big in every industry. A
Imagine.
customer who said like they were trying to acquire a huge customer, and the
Hmm.
customer told them, hey, do you have a self-service portal? And when they said like we don't have it, they said like, oh, we only work with vendors that can provide a self-service portal. Then these guys call me, hey, can you get me a self-service portal by tomorrow? And that was one of our quickest implementation. Within a couple of
Yeah, I
days, we
bet.
like, boom, got it and connected to their My account.
Mhm.
Then we actually showed it to the customer as part of that, to their customer, and that sealed the deal for them. And also it sealed the deal for us, obviously. But so we were helping the customer to gain
Yeah.
customers.
Yeah. And that's great. I love that. Do you have any other kind of customer stories that you can share like that?
I
Like,
have this one good story with a customer. Again, this happened during COVID times, right? COVID times during the
yeah.
lockdowns. One of the furniture companies, actually, they were a furniture company back in Canada. And so when the lockdown happened, the guy basically I said like I'm a retail store, so I'm pretty much done with my business, so I cannot survive, right? So without a showroom. So until then, they never thought about e-commerce. So that triggered
Great.
them to think about, oh, without online shop, I think we gonna lose our business. So fortunately, we were able to get them within a week a standard e-commerce solution for them to build it and take them live, and they were able to take the orders from there. And we had like pickup options, so from the website they can pick so they were putting the furniture
Oh,
outside, so
I could
so
pick it up,
pick
drive
it
through
up
it.
stuff.
Yeah.
So I think that COVID changed a lot of businesses thinking. Until then, people were thinking, oh, e-commerce is not for us. Oh, we don't need e-commerce. We don't need any portals and stuff. But that changed the mindset of a lot of companies that, okay, in the future, this is the where we need to invest in, right? So that sealed not only from a partner perspective, customers also thought that, and partners also, hey, we need to have this as part of our solution package when we are trying to sell the ERP. And the
Great.
service aspect also came into play a lot. From that
Okay.
time frame, I've seen that more and more happening.
Yeah. Yeah. So are more companies getting involved in e-commerce now? Like you mentioned since COVID, maybe a better recognition of how e-commerce could help their business be online as well as maybe in person, brick and mortar and click and mortar, right?
Yeah. I mean, again, like that example kind of triggered this same e-commerce for everybody kind of thing. And traditionally, e-commerce is people think like, oh, this is like a consumer space that, okay, people go buy like Amazon. E-commerce is not just Amazon. E-commerce is a lot more than just like doing a one-off buying. It can be a B2B e-commerce, so where businesses can go and buy the product in bulk quantities, because that's always
Yeah.
been a notion that, oh, e-commerce means I go buy one t-shirt or buy one thing and they ship it done. But
Right.
that is changed. Now every B2B company is investing wanted e-commerce because they wanted to put their customers upfront to place orders on their own, right? So they can look at it, they
Right.
can put bulk orders. I have one customer, Talking Rain, the Sparkling Eyes, they or a B2B, they let their customers go and build the trucks, pallet, like a huge trucks. Though we had this nice animation where they can go and start putting the pallets and the truck will show like, okay, it's 10% filled, 50% filled. Oh, now it's full. So even B2B companies went into full-fledged e-commerce. So the B2B e-commerce is huge now. So, and the self-service aspect, right? So that's pretty much every businesses go and download their shipment documents, bill of lading documents. If there is an issue, they upload their tax certificates, they upload their NDAs or any document co-sharing. So we are trying to not only do like an e-commerce transaction, but also give the information and collect the information from the portal. So you are eliminating the email communication or phone communication. So that's why I said like e-commerce is not just buying, it's also the tools for giving and collecting the information. And that's what we provide. And that's needed by everybody, right? So, hey, you need that. You want an invoice copy, go download it. You want to pay it, go pay it from the portal. So
go pay on the portal. Yeah. So
if I could chime in, that kind of expanding need that reminded me of a customer story, Naveen, of a supply net, where originally they were looking at Shopify and they were trying to get into that e-commerce space, and then they realized that it didn't have the features that they need and the growth that they need. And so they came to us originally for just B2B, and we started off with just discussing B2B, but as we kind of dove into our solution catalog and we kind of showed them really the benefits of having that all-in-one solution, the scope just kind of grew from there, and then not just from B2B, but that expanded into B2C, and now that's expanded to more of our solutions. And over time, it's grown into this, wonderful collaboration between us. And they've come to us now and they said, we're so happy with you guys. We've saved literally tens of thousands of dollars with eShop, with the solution being all in one. And just from initially starting off as, being worried as they're entering this space and thinking that there's not enough for them to now coming with us and seeing what the all-in-one package is really providing.
Right. Yep. So everyone should be in e-commerce now. And that
yeah, basically.
E-commerce or some kind of self-service commerce portal. Yeah. And one other thing, people always talk about commerce, but commerce also goes with the collection of payments. Right. So, yeah, great. You sold the product, but hey, what about the money? Right. So B2C or B2B, the quicker you get the money, the better cash flow you'll have. Right. So that's what driven us to build this integrated ePay. Right. So that, hey, when somebody places the order, immediately that will hit your bank. And if you give them more options to pay, hey, you get the order, you send an email with a pay now. They will pay it. You say like, hey, go and do a prepayment deposit in the portal. They can go and put a 50% deposit. You can immediately start working. So very good example, like when somebody works at my house, like if I have a plumbing service or something, right? So they do a job and immediately they will send an email with pay now, then I pay it. But I have some services where they send me an invoice, I send a check, literally takes 1 month to get that cash applied versus 1 day. If I had that link when I finish my service and send that email, people will pay it right away, right? So you made it convenient. And so it's all about convenience, right? So this self-service is like you're making it convenient, and the more convenient, the better they will use, and they will add more products or sales into your revenue. So I think that's what we are trying to do with this, making it easy for customers to have all this information, place orders, pay the bills and stuff. It's good for customer. It's good for the company.
It's a win-win.
It's a win-win. I'm saving time, money, and my customer service team can do other things.
Like it to be easy. Exactly. So Naveen, based on your kind of long-term working in the channel with e-commerce, any perspectives that you have to share about the e-commerce marketplace or just customers trying to improve their online sales channel?
Yeah, I mean, I think going back with some of the things I said, I mean, the main thing is driving the sales. When a customer is looking to build a e-commerce, their goal is to drive the sales. That's primary number one reason, and also making it easy and cut down the manual order entries, all that stuff, right? So that is what is the main thing. Then additional to that, once you open e-commerce, there are other marketplaces that you can diversify your sales channel, right? So now, hey, now
Right?
I have this, I can immediately put a Facebook shop, or I can put a Amazon, eBay store. All that are connected to the e-commerce, right? So you are basically expanding your sales channels without adding more people, right? So you're just
Right.
adding a platform. It's like having multiple branches with this, right? So
Yeah.
you're expanding, and as more marketplaces come, like Walmart have their own marketplace, now we can integrate with that. So there is enhanced capacity for increase your sales because now that you have this channel, and also people, when they look at it, right, so they see the cross sell, upsell suggestions, like automatically, like
Suggestions.
you're adding more products into the basket and stuff. So that is what I see people and the growth
Uh,
they get from this e-commerce.
Yeah, suggestions are probably a bad idea for Carol because easily distracted. Like, hey, other consumers you buy this product too, right?
And now that we are getting into the AI, so the suggestions are even getting better and better. Basically, it will
Yeah,
suggest based on your behavior on the website, like, oh, you browse this, so I'm sure like she will like this. Let's put this
right.
product and
Yeah.
stuff. So I wanted to tell a story before I go into AI, which is related to channel actually. So
Okay.
when 2009, when Microsoft came up with this new RTC client, before it was like NAV, Navision old classic client,
Right.
Microsoft was pushing for RTC with a multi-client architecture, and a lot of partners and customers, oh, we like classic aligned, it's so easy to do, I don't want it to change. So people who didn't change, they kind of lagged behind getting into upspeed with
Yeah.
RTC. And then same thing happened when Microsoft started pushing the cloud and the whole Business Central or the financials back then. A lot of partners, oh, nobody will go into cloud. Everybody is scared of their
Remember, yeah.
data. They just wanted to be
Mhm.
on-prem and blah, blah, right? So people who didn't go into cloud, people who didn't embrace the new technologies,
Yeah.
kind of had to shut down or like kind of scale back and stuff. So what I believed from the beginning, whatever Microsoft comes up with, we should just ride along with the Microsoft because they did all their research. So we are not doing that research. They are thinking 10 years ahead of what it's going to be. And the same thing with the AI. Now that Microsoft is keep talking about AI from last 2 years. So we said like,
Mm,
okay, we want to jump on the boat right away. We know that we will sail with Microsoft, right? So we started investing in the AI already, and we already released a couple of AI related apps for the e-commerce. Like one
okay.
of the example is we have a commerce agent. So it's like an agent that will help the buyers with their buying experience. So people can just come to the e-commerce site and then they can start talking with the commerce agent. Hey, show
Oh, yeah.
me the products that are suited for women or the products that are red in color or something like that. So they can talk and the agent will display, oh, these are the 5 products. I think based on your question, you can pick. Then I can ask more. Hey, what price is that? Hey, how much inventory you have, when it can be delivered. So it's more of a conversational kind of experience. And I can tell like, oh, place an order for me. So we are basically eliminating the customer's journey of like go and browse the product to just talk to this agent.
Yeah.
And that will
I love
basically
that.
all you need to do, talk to
Right.
it and done,
Fun.
and come back and ask, where is my order? When is it coming? And all that question. So we are doing this conversational AI
Yeah.
commerce agent, and we
Wow.
already released our first version for this one. And but we're going to be keep adding to that. And we have a couple of other agents that we are trying to build for our AR automation
Sure.
solution for like a agent that will help scan through the emails and look through any remittance statements coming in and say, oh, there is a remittance, I can go and create a cash receipt and stuff. So this is where we are trying to invest some of the R&D stuff to do that. And we have a couple of other small AI solutions like building the marketing descriptions based on the attributes or based on the description. It creates the search engine keywords on the website. So we are basically using the Microsoft OpenAI stuff to build some of this stuff and embed into our products. So again, there is a huge market there and a lot of things. I just attended the AI summit last week at San Diego, and people are very excited about this whole new agents, what Microsoft is putting into the BC.
Good. It sounds like you're thinking ahead and starting to build those things that make that virtual salesperson, the chat, kind of more of a personalized approach to that customer buying experience. I think that's amazing.
Yeah. And again, like just from a company, because we came from a very technical background from the beginning, if you know or not know, we are the sixth app in the app source. When first Microsoft released the cloud version, we were the sixth in the app source. Now there are maybe 8,000 apps or something like that. So we always try to be ahead of the game, and we always try to work with Microsoft to be compatible with the latest version. So people always ask, "Oh, are you compatible with Microsoft?" Yeah, we are always
always
try
been
to
there.
be. Yeah.
In the
So
beginning. So what are some of the other new things you're looking to introduce, Naveen, into the solution and helping those clients on their journey to the cloud if they're still in kind of on-premise ERP system or thinking about moving to the cloud? How are you helping them and what are you doing to help them with that?
I mean, I think, as I said, like people who don't want to embrace the new technologies are always the last one, or they need more push from partners like us, like what's the benefit, right? So some of the things that we are doing to help them move from the on-prem to the cloud, because even e-commerce, our eShop does work on-prem and also on the cloud version. But to be honest, I hate to do a on-prem implementation versus the cloud implementation because it's so easy. So that's the first thing I tell my customers, like, if we're going to do it on the cloud versus on-prem, your implementation time will be more and the amount of time you need to spend will be less. So it becomes like almost like a self-installation tool on the cloud version versus manually you need to install and stuff. So that installation process makes it easy. And also some tools, Microsoft is only making it available in the cloud version, like let's say these things where the Power Automate or the workflows and stuff, right? So those are only available on the new version. So we do integrate with the workflows and stuff. So we triggered some of the workflows in our products.
Yeah, so you can take advantage of all the latest and greatest from Microsoft.
And AI. And the AI. Yeah, all those are new.
That's pretty amazing. So, just kind of in conclusion, tell us what's the kind of main driving reason that people would come and speak to you, either partners or customers? What one thing is going to drive them to come talk to you?
I think maybe I kind of sound like repeating my own story, but I think the first thing I wanted to tell why a lot of partners come to us is that one ISV providing these multiple solutions in that e-commerce payments, portals, and marketplace solutions. So a lot of our partners, they appreciate that we do this in a single platform because they have one platform easily expand to multiple things. So that's one of the main things I would say a lot of our partners come, and even the customers. So as Colton said, one of our customers, literally, like he was looking at Shopify and he couldn't make it work. He looked at us and, oh man, you guys do all this stuff. I should definitely leverage this over just a simple connector that has been done by Microsoft to just sync the data. So that serves one purpose, but it's not solving all my problems, right? So that's why I think a lot of partners and customers look at that as a huge advantage and also the ease of installation with our products because everything is managed in the BC. So if they are already in the BC, then it's available on the website. So there is not a lot of maintenance in our solution.
Yeah.
So that's a huge benefit. When we show that, hey, everything that is in BC is available on the website, that's like eye opener. Oh, wow. So if we take a live customer, if they have 10 years of history, that immediately is available on the website so they can see it and stuff. So that makes it unique. And also our e-payment solutions making a huge penetration into the partner channel and customers with the whole new thing that we added with the terminal devices, the POS devices. So pretty much we provide everything that a payment solution is needed, then they don't need to go to different places for that again. So, so these are the drivers. And again, like we have huge customer references. As I said, we've been in the channel for last more than 10 years that we've been doing. So we got like amazing customer references with amazing custom work we have done. And the good thing we do, whenever we do something cool, we try to put that into our next release. So if our product team always looks at, hey, what do you guys did for this customer, that customer, right? So they see, oh, this is cool. I think this can be utilized by other customers, and that should be in our product. So that's how our product grew, and most of these things comes out of the box now. So if you talk to me 10 years down the road, oh, maybe we should need customization, but now it's all in the system, in the base product. So I think that makes a unique advantage. People who come into this space new, they have to build this stuff. But we've been in this space for long enough that all this cool IP is already into our core product.
Great. Well, thank you for going over your solutions and products. Well, thank you both for joining us today on this episode of ISV Talks. It was very interesting. Thank you, Colton and Naveen, for being part of our podcast today.
Again, thanks, Carol, for having us. Again, it's always pleasure to be part of your talk shows, and I know all the followers you have. We love to give this message to your followers and our followers. So I'm sure this will be a good one for us and for you.
And yeah, thank you so much, Carol. Like Naveen said, it's been great working with Dynamics Connections and working and collaborating together on this. Just contact us information. So here's going to be our information right here. I'm going to go ahead and just say our email. That way you can reach out to us to learn more. So you can contact me directly at cbrunn@dynamiceshop.com. So cbrunn@dynamicshop.com or at sales@dynamicshop.com. Or you can find us on our website at dynamicshop.com to contact us. So you can reach out to us and have a further discussion about our solution lines, or even schedule a demo with us to see one of our solutions live.
All right, thank you both. And folks, we'll see you on the next episode of ISV Talks, and I hope you make it a great day. Bye, friends.
All right, thank you. Bye, everyone.
Bye.